Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some more EVE Online. Welcome back for another exploration challenge. And in today's video we are taking a look at a Caldari ship. And I'm really sorry for the alpha clones that fly Caldari, but it's a Tech 2 ship. I really couldn't find any Tech 1 ship that I thought would be good for the job. We'll take a look at the problems for that later. This is a Cerberus 2 though, which is, I think, a really good ship because it's got missiles, drones and a strong shield tank, but it's also not perfect because its bonus is restricted to kinetic damage only. The really good news though is that its innate resistances, very strong resistance to thermal, should help it quite a lot. So let's get going here and let's see how we can handle this 4 out of 10 in the Cerberus. So we're going to start to target some stuff. We are going to make our way over towards the gates, and we are of course going to launch some missiles up to 132 kilometers. That's not bad. And look at that, if we had the same types of bonuses for thermal EM, we would probably have done even better. But this is okay. This is definitely not a great though. We only have 3 small drones as well. So let's put those on some of these frigates, and let's get started with some more damage at this point. I'm gonna target another small one. That does die decently quickly, but I don't think that you want to spread your hobgoblins to different targets. Just not gonna work out too well. And then we go after the next one. I'm not even sure if we just... Well, Scourge Precision. I could take Tech 2 heavies. I don't have them here with me. So at the moment I'm using faction missiles, which are pretty cheap. And now we are taking a little bit of damage on the shields, but we have massive repping capabilities with a Pithum C-type medium shield booster that reps 222 HP a second. And as long as I don't use my Microwarpdrive, I'm actually cap stable like this as well. Should really not forget about using my missiles though. So let's get started on that Spectre back there, launching missiles. I think basically if you have a pirate type that is where the kinetic damage type is the best, that it will work out a lot better. But here you can tell on these cruisers that these missiles don't do that well. I wonder how they'll track one of these really small guys. So let's send a volley on that one. Yeah, that is a pretty good one shot though. So I'd say that its base damage and its targeting capability is pretty good. Just gonna let the hobgoblins do their work and hope that they take out... They're going after a torturer. Let's maybe send them up to that plague. Let's save a little bit of cap just in case, but I should be able to keep this going indefinitely. And yeah, we are slow boating towards the gate as we take care of these Sasha ships decently well. You again have a very strong tank, which allows you to comfortably go after all the targets. You've got this incredible good range and damage application at any range with the missiles, which means that as long as your tank holds, you really don't have too much to worry about. And what I like to do, or try to do, is to go for the furthest targets first, so that your drones don't have too much travel time when it comes to getting to you when you destroy the final target. So let's maybe orbit this gate at 500 so that we have a little bit of mobility that keeps going. I'm just allowing my drones to go after whoever they want at this point, and we'll take care of the mutilator. That's not so bad. In the meantime, you know, we're actually just going to finish this room anyways. I'll show you guys why it's a Tech 2 ship for Caldari. I went looking, and if you go for standard cruisers, Caldari, I was considering the Caracal. The problem with the Caracal, 5 high slots, 5 launchers, and you're really not going to gimp your DPS by 20% just to have a probe launcher in there. Same with the Blackbird. I mean, this is just terrible. 3 launchers, the traits, it's an ECM ship, so definitely not gonna use that. The MOA does have hybrid turrets. It's got some drones as well. 15 cubic meters, so 3 small drones just like this one. Let's rep just a little bit. But then again, 5 turret hardpoints, 5 high slots, so no room for the probe launcher. And then you've got the Osprey, but that's just a logistics ship, so you've got no real bonuses that are going to help you at all. So very bad news, in my opinion, for the Caldari Exploration Challenge. If you're looking for that base Tech 1 ship to do something similar as what the Vexor does, for instance, you're completely out of luck. There are really no good options. You gotta go towards faction ships, or as I've said, Tech 2 ships with this very sturdy and very capable Cerberus here. But then again, you are going to have the problem that you are limited to that kinetic damage, which is, as you can tell here, slowing you down pretty substantially in this 4 out of 10. Next room, we actually have a full reload pretty much, so we're going to go straight for the main target, which is the True Sasha Foreman. This one has a Microwarpdrive in it, so should be able to cross that distance much more quickly. So I think what we'll do is we'll just slowly approach him, allow the incoming damage to stay low at first. We are going to add the drones though. That should help. And there we go. Let's see how we perform against that True Sasha. And this is actually something that I do like. Oh, no, he's actually pulling away from me. Normally, when you're staying at this range, he'll start approaching you, and then he'll go away from this construction, which means that you have a little bit less risk on your warp out to get stuck and in trouble, because it is a decent amount of DPS that's going to come our way here as we get close to that True Sasha in the end. But yet another missile volley needed, and look at his repping capabilities. We are not hitting the right damage type, which is substantially slowing us down. But that is... no, I should actually just do a show info. You'll be able to see the fit down below. But the bonus is to... Whoops, let's start repping. Kinetic light missile, heavy missile, and heavy assault missile damage. And so you really are stuck with using kinetic missiles pretty much only. Now that is done. As always, I do think that we'll see how quickly or how slowly we can take care of the rests. So what I do like here, what I'm seeing here with these faction missiles, is that we have really good application on these frigates, and now we can sometimes one-shot them. That is definitely not so bad. And now I'm just slow boating to the loot. True Sasha is here. Let's hope it's good loot. We've got another 18 kilometers to go. That looks alright. Make sure that the drones are doing small targets so that we don't waste any of their DPS on cruisers at the moment. And let's see if we can do another one of these shots on that enslaver. That's 2 shots for them. That is definitely in line with other missile ships, even if they have the right damage type. So I would say I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, you can tell from the repping, it is a faction rep, but you can tell that basically we're just slow boating towards that. We've got the full DPS on us, but we can keep repping and it's not a problem. So that strong Tech 2 tank with that innate thermal resistance is absolutely great, of course. I'm also going to assume at this point that the fact that it's only 3 drones, no loot, that's unfortunate, but alright. I've been lucky yesterday in a good site with 240 million in a single 4 out of 10. That was definitely pretty damn awesome. But yeah, as I was saying here, 3 Hobgoblins, 3 drones. It's a lot less DPS, and as a result, I do think that the NPCs seem to leave them alone a little bit more. This again helps with just feeling comfortable with running the site without having to pay too much attention to what's happening everywhere. And then if you're smart, which I'm not, you would start with the far away cruisers at first. Although getting rid of DPS that's close to you is also pretty damn useful, of course. So final volley, that one is down. Let's see if we can hit that Spectre out there at 28 kilometers. My drones are still doing their job. And as you can tell, I mean, if I activate the Microwarpdrive, I'm capped dry in about a minute. But like this, it's just cap stable shield tank 222, I think it is. Yep, HP per second. That is not bad, and we don't want the drones on that stuff. In fact, we want the missiles up there. So let's fire. Also, if you're curious, this is the 15th anniversary skin. Looks pretty cool with the black front and then the white at the back there. And so yeah, that's of course the best range that I've seen, 132 kilometers. I don't think I can even target that far, but we are pretty easily getting rid of everything else on the field here. Nothing to worry about. Drones go off to that one, and then we still have one more frigate there as well. And then maybe we'll start to turn around a little bit, just so that the drones don't have to do too much traveling. But yeah, Mutilator down. We've got another Spectre at 40. That is something that no regular turret ship, no non-missile ship can do as well as this, in my opinion. At 40 kilometers, full DPS, full application, not a problem. Which is, in my opinion, why the missiles and drones combination is by far the best in the game when it comes to PvE activities. The drones give you that versatility. Even these 3 small drones means that you're going to get rid of all of the small frigates very easily and consistently, and then your missile damage can help you just to consistently apply max DPS on your main target. Really awesome, and one of the reasons why, despite the fact that it's kinetic, I do love the Cerberus. You can tell how super comfortable I am here. I don't have to worry about anything. Just let the tank run. It'll take care of itself. I could just sit there in the middle of all of these rats, slowly take everything out that's on the field, and we'll just finish the site without any issues whatsoever. So as I finish the rest of these cruisers, we are, well, 12 minutes. That's actually not a bad time to clear everything in this 4 out of 10. So this one can definitely compete with something like the Jackdaw. But it is yet again not as good as the King of Exploration, which is of course the Gila, in my opinion. Combat Exploration, I should say, if you're looking for data sites, relic sites and things like that. You don't want to do that in high sec, and you definitely don't want to do that in such an expensive cruiser. But let's get rid of the Juggernaut next. I think we'll get there pretty easily with the current volleys. We still have 5 per ship, so that won't be a problem. Let's maybe approach this guy so the drones don't have too much travel time to do. But yeah, as the final torturer is being targeted, this will have been the Caldari Exploration Challenge. As I've said, bad news for Alpha Clones. If you want a Caldari Tech 1 ship, I honestly really don't think you've got a good option. This is basically my first option that I said here I'll feel comfortable with. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time.